I'm William Shatner. I've done a lot of things in my career, but this takes the cake. This is so cool. You, Todd, today, it's all about you. This is phenomenal. You made parole.
It is the Evening Edge, Monday through Friday, 5 to 7. Tonight we got one last pair of the Kings of Late Night Comedy Tour. Jay Leno, Arsenio Hall, and Craig Ferguson. Yeah, he's the third one. They're going to be at the Hard Rock Casino this Saturday down in Cincinnati. We've got another pair of tickets. Just be listening for Jay Leno talking about, well, I'll just play it. Let me just play it real quick. Not right now. This doesn't count. But this is what you're listening for.
Pork tenderloins bigger than Jay Leno's face.
There you go. Pork tenderloins bigger than Jay Leno's face. When you hear that, be the fifth caller. 937-457-1290. And we will hook you up with those tickets. So last night about this time, I was, complaining about the fact that this weekend in Kettering, it's the Holiday Home Parade, Holiday Home Festival. It's been going on there for, 30, 40, 50 years. It's been a long time. I remember it as a kid. And every Labor Day, they have this huge parade. And I heard yesterday from someone, Jason Michaels, in fact, while we were at lunch, that the theme was local inventions. And we brought up Cheez-It. And I thought, well, by gosh, I should be in this parade with a giant Cheez-It. With the giant Cheez-It. Not a giant Cheez-It, the giant Cheez-It. And if you missed it, probably around 5:45, Brady Kress from the Carillon Historical Park called. Here's a clip.
I heard your call to the community.
Yes.
And I don't consider myself a genie, but I am here to calling to grant you all three of your wishes.
Are you serious?
If you will grace us with your presence, there is no greater person in the Miami Valley who's a greater champion of the story of the Cheez-It than you, sir.
Oh my gosh.
And we have a spot in the parade. We have the statue that you obtained for us.
Right.
And we have a vehicle. So we would be delighted if you would join the Carillon Park unit in the parade.
Oh my gosh.
To be there with the statue that that you made possible.
I love that. So that is amazing. Okay. So I'm very excited about that. I just also got notification that my Cheez-It bucket hat from Amazon was delivered. So I will be donning the Cheez-It bucket hat on Sunday or Monday. Monday is the parade. And I just encourage everybody to come out to the Kettering Holiday Home Parade and see the Cheez-It glory there with the folks from Carillon. So that's pretty cool. 937-457-1290. We got Parker Testa here. Testa traffic. What's going on?
Yeah, we've had a mess on 75 through downtown for the better part of the last hour. The crash has been cleared, but we are seeing delays still almost through into the Moraine area. So you can get off there at Dryden Road, take the surface streets through downtown up to Stanley to get back to 75.
Thank you very much, Parker. I appreciate it. 937-457-1290. We do have some food news. I want to get Ron Otto's take on this.
Don't play with your food.
This is a lot of food.
Isn't it glorious?
How you get so big that you food of this kind? It is so scrumptious.
Ron, I got a question for you.
Yeah, go ahead.
And I want to get feedback also from the edge heads out there. I've talked about the fact that I've been on a diet, if you will, turning over a new leaf, trying to eat healthier. And since March, I've lost about 60 pounds at this point.
60, like 60?
60, baby.
Ooh,
60.
Solid.
And one of the things that I had to cut from my diet and my frequent meal trips to the restaurant, free bread.
Free bread.
Free bread. So when you go to a restaurant, many restaurants,
Yeah.
they give you a big basket of free bread. And
Yeah.
I saw a story today on homemaking.com, and they were sort of analyzing why restaurants do this. Okay.
I got my thoughts, but go right ahead.
So number one, a taste of hospitality. It's their way of saying, welcome, make yourself comfortable.
Mhm.
And this kind of
Sure.
makes sense to me because, bread over the years has sort of been like, we're breaking bread. It's like
Yeah.
new friends, you're meeting. There's tradition, there's comfort, that kind of thing. So that's one reason. Another, they say, is keeping the hunger at bay, because those minutes between placing your order and when the meal arrives, you can really work up an appetite.
Right.
Right. And you need something to nibble on. You
Mhm.
can't just sit there and suck down sugar packets.
Yeah.
Also, they like setting the tone. The bread basket serves as a preview of the deliciousness that's about to come, which isn't bad.
Right.
They like building customer relations. Free bread is a strategic move to enhance customer satisfaction. And the last one, a psychological effect. And I think this is really where it's at. It's not so much, hey, we're just trying to be nice.
Yeah.
Studies show that when people receive something free, they're more likely to reciprocate by making a purchase or leaving a bigger tip.
Yes.
Yeah. So if you feel like, hey, I'm going to spend $25 on this steak meal, but I'm also getting unlimited loaves of bread.
Yeah.
You're fine. You're like, okay, that's fine. I'm getting a ton of food here.
Yeah. Yes. That's what I thought too, it's the whole psychological thing.
Yeah.
And bread is much cheaper than a porterhouse steak.
That is right. Yeah.
This is stuff that they can give you so that you get that feel, or better yet, I need a box because I ate so much.
That's exactly what happens.
And I've got, wow, look at all this I got for the money I spent tonight.
Yeah. My wife and I went to Longhorn Steakhouse over the weekend, and we're not eating the bread, though we did have half of one loaf.
Mhm.
We're like really trying hard, but it's so daggone good.
Mhm.
And the butter is so tasty, and the bread is it smells so good. But I did end up taking some of my meal home because I felt like I had loaded up on bread.
Yeah.
And it happens. It happens.
It does.
So let me ask you this.
Mhm.
What do you think, or who do you think has the best free bread of any of the restaurants that you've gone to that you can remember?
Let me think.
Who has the best bread? And I brought this up on my Facebook, and there's dozens of comments. Now, some of these I would agree with.
Mhm.
One that people love is the Texas Roadhouse bread.
It's good.
And it's not just the bread, it's the butter.
Yes.
It's like a cinnamon butter.
That's where they win.
Right.
With that stuff.
Yeah. If you could just inject that into my veins, I would love that. Now, somebody else mentioned the Oakwood Club. They have really good French bread. And what I remember, it's been a while since I've been to the Oakwood Club. I talked to somebody. Well, I was talking to Larry Hanskin about it yesterday at lunch. I used to go in there and get escargot. I love snails and garlic butter. Absolutely love it. But they bring you this big basket of bread with like 4 or 5 different kinds of bread.
Mm-hmm.
That was amazing. That's really good. Somebody mentioned that. People mentioned Olive Garden, the breadsticks.
Yeah.
Those aren't bad.
Those are good.
And that's you really fill up on those quick.
Mm-hmm.
They say unlimited, but has anybody tested that?
Unlimited is
right.
Yeah, it's
all relative.
Big your imagination
right? That's right. That's right. I'm gonna bring up and pull up my truck, and you're just gonna
right.
But here's one that I think, and I guess I would consider this bread. It's not. They're biscuits, right? It's kind of the same category.
Okay.
But the Red Lobster cheddar biscuits.
Mm-hmm.
Have you had those?
No.
Oh, you've never had those?
I think I've eaten at Red Lobster once, many years ago.
Now,
I'm not a seafood guy, so I don't really
that
go
makes sense.
I don't really go there. Yeah.
Those cheddar biscuits Oh my gosh. And especially if they come out of the right out of the oven and they're still warm,
Mhm.
moist. Cheddar biscuits. Oh my gosh, they're so good.
I hear people have dreams of them.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
are. They are something else. And then
Mhm.
someone mentioned Spaghetti Warehouse, and I think that's a sourdough.
Okay.
Yeah, that's pretty
Yeah.
good too. So what is your? I mean, what's your thoughts on the bread?
Well, there is a Chinese restaurant in Fremont, Ohio called Peking that has this ridiculous bread, right? That's a little mom and pop Chinese restaurant way up in Northwest Ohio.
I've never heard of a Chinese restaurant giving out free bread.
But this place did, or it did a few years ago, the last time I was there. If you want to go cheap Fazoli's, I think their breadsticks are better there than Olive Garden.
I saw recently that they also have chicken wings, which is odd for an Italian fast food restaurant.
That's
but they do.
It's fast food. You can do anything.
Yeah, I've had
There's no
Fazoli's
rules.
Fazoli's breadsticks. Those are pretty good.
Yeah, and I like Outback too. I like Outback. That's good stuff. I've had bread there. It's pretty good stuff.
See, you get into trouble at the Outback because not only is it good bread, but then you get that daggone bloomin' onion.
Oh my goodness!
And then by the time your food comes,
it's
if you had a salad as well,
that.
forget it.
Yeah,
forget it.
I got shrimp coming out, man. What
That's
am I?
right.
I'm loading up on the bread and all
right.
this.
Right. So if you got any thoughts on who's got the best free bread in the Miami Valley, hit me up.
What am I listening to now?
What is this?
The Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
It's a radio show. It's entertainment.
Fill it up.
Double D.
H.
Double L. S-T. I can remember that.
Locally grown, seriously funny.
I'm puzzled by the whole thing.
On WHIO.
All right, everybody. Oh, Jeremy. She's like rye bread, like dark rye. Ooh, I love dark rye if that's it. Ashley, I'm not trying to make everybody hungry. I think that just happens, right? Yes, Leslie, I should have I almost mentioned that, but yeah, you can get those I think my wife has purchased those before. Those are good. Anyway, well, hello everybody. Hey Nate, thanks for checking out the show tonight. Hey Josh, hey Jude, Ashley, Matthew, Paul, Leslie, Clinton, what's going on? Kevin, thank you, Kevin, for your nice words. Jeremy, hey Heather. Hey Heather. Hey Heather. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Hey, is anybody going to try to come out tomorrow to the live show? Going to be down at Levitt. Oh, awesome. Cool. Clinton, you're killing me. I just walk in and say, hey, you left this at my house. Yeah, I hope so. I hope she calls back. I know that Larry Hanskin played some clips from my interview with her last night, or he played them this morning on the morning show. Here you go. Where is it? Where did it go?
Get off my lawn.
That's funny. Get off my lawn. I said, get off my lawn, punk. Got to call on your inner Clint Eastwood. Get off my lawn, punk. Do you feel lucky? No, I didn't get to that. I'm actually going to probably talk about it tonight. I ended up talking to that woman from Florida. I kind of had the your topic scheduled, and then I got the call from the Florida lady. Hey, Sabo. Back here on the Evening Edge, Monday through Friday, 5 to 7, talking about which restaurants have the best free bread. Saw an article today about that, and I'm just thinking, who's got the best? My favorites, I love the bread at Longhorn. Also, those cheddar biscuits from Red Lobster. Holy cow. And then someone on the live stream said, there goes Todd again, trying to make everybody hungry. Well, I'm sorry. Let me try to reverse that. I heard this morning on Miami Valley's Morning News them talking about anchovies. Larry, Britt, and Jeremy talking about how Instacart says that anchovies are the most hated food in America. I kind of get that. I'm not an anchovy fan, though I do like escargot, but I don't like the anchovies. Maybe you like anchovies. My dad always liked sardines. Sardines on crackers. Yummy. Brian in Dayton. What's up, Brian?
Hey, how's it going, Todd?
Good. What's shaking, man?
Hey, not much. So, I never knew about Cheez-Its, being from Dayton until I heard your show a couple times. I'm a
Well,
local,
see?
Yep. See, you.
This show is educational.
Right. I am a local to the Dayton comic book writer and artist, and so frequently during the evenings I'll be drawing and listening to you on the radio station.
Sweet.
And my fiance and I go around from cons, different like comic book cons and horror themed conventions. So I do a lot of horror art and etc. And we were at the Horror Hound in Indianapolis about 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
And we were with some friends from Bell Book and Comic.
Oh, yeah. I know those guys.
Yeah, do you? So
Yeah.
my fiance Bridget and I, she's the most wonderful woman on the planet, and we're hanging out with Pete Bell from Bell Book and Comic
Yep.
and one of his buddies Phil. And we were out to dinner after one of the nights of the con with Pete's friend Roy, who lives in Indianapolis and is getting ready to move. And so we're discussing stuff, and Roy's like, I've got this giant chair in my basement I have to get rid of before I move. I don't want to take it with me. I've had it for like 15 years.
Yeah.
And you guys want to check it out. And we're like, what kind of chair is a giant chair? He's like, well, it's a Cheez-It chair. And we're like, what?
What?
Yes,
Wait,
he
what?
goes, he says it's a giant Cheez-It chair. And I'm like, and so I stop. I'm like, hey, did you know Cheez-Its are from Dayton, Ohio? And everybody's like, what? And Phil starts Googling it. I'm like, no, seriously.
Yeah.
Todd Hollst from the Evening Edge has got like this Cheez-It statue thing.
Love
and, oh,
it.
by the way, congratulations for getting in the parade.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So I'm like, no, seriously, like they're from Dayton, Ohio. He championed this whole thing. He had a petition about getting a Cheez-It statue. So let us see this chair. So we go down to this guy's basement, and it's this giant bag chair. The thing will support up to like 400 pounds. Red Cheez-It chair. It says Cheez-It on it.
Yeah.
And it's got two big basketball hoops to shoot basketball.
Wow, that's cool.
Yeah. So apparently Kellogg's back in the 80s and 90s distributed these Cheez-It chairs
Yeah.
all over the nation. So we decided we had to get it and bring it back. So the guys from Bell Book and Comic transported it back, and we now have a giant Cheez-It chair in the Dayton area.
Brian, you have got to send me a picture of you and your fiance in that chair. I would absolutely love to see that.
We will make that happen. We'll probably get that picture taken tomorrow and send it to you.
Please do, because if you're also a comic book guy, I would love to chat with you about an idea I have.
Well, let's talk.
All
I am
right,
a comic book guy.
All right. Well, hit me up on social media and we'll chat. Okay.
All right. Sounds great, Todd. Have a great evening.
You too, buddy.
It's the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
Call Todd now, 937-457-1290, or message him at Evening Edge Todd.
Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
Yeah, I'd love to see that, man. I'd love to see the Cheez-It chair. That's amazing. I wonder if let me see if it's sometimes they sell stuff like that on eBay. I wonder if it's Cheez-It chair. Oh. Well, I don't know. Maybe it's one that says football inflatable chair. I wonder if that's what it was, like an inflatable chair. All kinds of Cheez-It stuff on eBay. Oh, like a camping. Well, I've seen those, but this other one I saw, it's like inflatable. But he said there was basketball. I don't know. The ones that I saw say it's like football. But either way. Well, hopefully you'll send me a picture. I'd love to see it. That would be cool. Oh, awesome, Brian. Thank you. Thank you. All right, cool. I will if you want, Brian, well actually I can do it right now. I mean, I'm in a break. I got my phone here. I'm going to find you on my personal Facebook page and send you a friend request. If that's cool with you. And then we can chat. Friend request. Awesome. Cool. Yeah, I got an idea, Brian. And I've got a graphic artist that works here at the station who does all my posters and everything, and he is super super talented. However, the ideas that I have, I don't know that he has the time to do it, and I don't know that he would want to do it. I haven't really talked to him about it, but we'll chat. We'll chat. I don't want to say anything more here on the live stream, but we can chat. So. Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, Bill. Yeah, you're talking about the cheddar biscuits. You said Red Lobster. I think that's what everybody kind of goes. Those are awesome. Just awesome. Burp. Oh. Hey, we got Annette from all right. Yep. Gonna get to her in a second. Back here on the Evening Edge, Monday through Friday, 5 to 7. You know, I've mentioned a drive-thru that's close to my house that I frequent. Yum Yums. It's there on Spinning. Well, I went through there a couple of weeks ago, and one of the guys that works there said, hey, if you, he knows who I am, he knows the show, says, if you bring me a poster, I'll put it up. So I did. I got him a poster. He put it up right there by the office. You pull up, you make your order, you pay the guy, you see the poster right there. Well, last night, actually over the weekend, I saw that it was missing. Last night I stopped in. I asked the guy, I'm like, what happened? What happened to the poster? And he just looked at me and said, you know what? It was stolen. So someone stole the Evening Edge poster, I guess, from Yum Yum. So I'm going to have to replace that. And then somebody here at the station had the idea, why don't you just give him a stack of them? People could come through and get them if they want. I don't know. Maybe that's an idea. I got to print them out. 937-457-1290. Justin in Sydney. What's up, Justin?
Hey, how are you doing, Todd?
Good.
Good. Hey, I heard you say you were shocked about the wings at Fazoli's.
Well, I'll be honest. I haven't had them. I was just shocked to see that Fazoli's had chicken wings. So
yeah, that you saw them on the menu.
Well, I think I saw them in an ad on social media or something. It was like National Chicken Wing Day.
Yeah. Well, the reason I'm telling you to call, and it seems like an odd thing to call about because it's an Italian restaurant serving chicken wings, but from the area, and I live in Huber, the one in Huber, I can tell you, is awesome compared to any other chicken option.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know why they're so good because, and you know who's fallen off the market, who dedicates themselves literally in their name is Buffalo Wild Wings.
Yeah.
They have so many competitors now that they're just not the place to go to for wings. They have other good food. It's just.
No, I got you.
But because like my thing with them is they always miss the sauce. But
so Fazoli's in Huber, you say, is just the best.
It's great. Like we got like baked spaghetti, and I said, hey, I want 10 wings, and just before inflation hit, it was like $9.99 for 10 wings.
Wow.
Now it's like $10.99 for 10 wings, but that's boneless. They also have bone in, which was like I think $13.99 for 10.
I'll have to check it out. I mean, I'm just really surprised that a fast food Italian restaurant would have wings.
I tried it on a whim. I like most foods.
Yeah.
I don't like sardines and anchovies, but I can't tell you I've tried them. Anchovies just never sounded good. But I said, well, they can't be terrible. I've had terrible before. So I tried them, and I looked at my wife and I said, these are surprisingly amazing.
Interesting. All right.
She tried one, so
very cool.
She's more picky than me, but it was just good. It was a good choice.
All right, Justin. I appreciate your call, buddy. Jay in Eaton. What's up, Jay?
Hey, Todd, how you doing tonight?
Good.
Wonderful.
Who's got the best bread in town?
The best bread in town has got to be the cornbread from Cracker Barrel.
Crispy
little edges all the way around. Oh, you can't beat it.
Now, let me ask you this. When it comes to cornbread, there's two issues that I have. One, it's too crumbly.
Oh.
And it falls apart. That's one problem with the cornbread. Sometimes, not always, but sometimes.
Yeah.
And second of all, I've had it where it's really sweet. And I don't like
sweet or regular either way. It doesn't matter to me.
I don't really like super sweet cornbread, but
sometimes that's good, but you got to put a little corn in there if you're making it sweet.
Well, that's true, and it's
kernel corn in it.
It also goes good on chili.
Yes,
yep.
It does.
Yeah, it does.
Now, when it comes to, you have to buy them because it's such good bread that they got to sell it to you. Instead of giving it to you free.
Oh, so it's not free.
Leave out the Pizza Hut sticks.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Bread sticks for Pizza Hut are awesome.
Yeah, I got that. Yeah, I've had those before. Very good, Jay. I appreciate your call, man. Have a good one. Jennifer in Vandalia. What's up, Jennifer?
Hi there.
Hey.
I'm just waiting on bread.
Yeah.
And I think that Melody's has the best fresh baked bread.
Is a Melody 49? Is that?
Yes, out in New Carlisle.
Yeah, somebody Somebody else mentioned that on the live stream. So what makes it so good?
It's just airy and, has lots of holes in it and it's real soft. It's a very soft bread, and they do white and rye.
Oh, wow. I like dark rye. That's good.
And then they sell that like a day-old bread.
Yeah.
They sell that in half loaves. And so we always buy one and bring it home and make French bread the next day.
Oh, that sounds so good. It's been so long. I've had, I've had bread, of course, but I've been eating like this low carb bread that my wife found that it's not bad, but it's just not the same. It's just not the same.
No.
So when I went to Longhorn the other day, it was a nice little treat. I said, I'm just going to eat some of this good bread and be done with it,
Right.
But somebody also was mentioning Spaghetti Warehouse and their sourdough bread, and that got me craving fettuccine Alfredo, which I haven't had in a long time, again, because I'm trying not to eat carbs.
Exactly.
Yeah. So, all right. Well, thank you, Jennifer. I appreciate your call. Have a good one.
You too.
There you go. That line's open, 937-457-1290. All right. I think we've got Annette. Annette, are you there?
I'm here.
All
I'm
right.
here.
So Annette last night called the show from Ellenton, right? It's Ellenton, right? And you were kind of giving us Ellenton, Florida. I guess I should be more specific. Her house, along with her family and her dog and her cat, were directly in the path of Hurricane Idalia. And you guys skedaddled out of there, went to Vero Beach. And you thought maybe you were going to make it back today. Did you make it back to your house?
Yes, we are home. Everything, all is well. The hurricane kind of last minute went about 25 miles north of us and went into the bend in Florida rather than turning and coming into us. So we got a lot of the tails. So we got a lot of rain, a lot of wind overnight.
Okay.
But not the damaging that is being done elsewhere. There's some flooding in the area because we're about a mile from the Manatee River, and the Manatee River is one of the main feeders into the bay.
Right.
But so far does not seem to be anything serious. A few houses, but our houses are up, so
right,
kind of going underneath. Roads are flooded. But we came back. We got back about 1:30, and all is well. The house is great.
So no flood damage or anything, no wind damage, nothing.
No, just some branches down here and there kind of thing. But
that could happen on a windy day and any other time of the year, right?
Right, and we live on a lake. The lake we haven't had measurable rain since December, and the lake was down by 4 feet. It's filled up again.
Oh well, that worked out for you guys and your fishing and tubing.
Exactly.
Yeah, yeah. Now, what about? Have you seen any of the footage? Or let me ask you this: Do you have power?
Yeah, we have power. We have water.
Okay.
During Ian, the power and water were shut off, and we were expecting to come back to that, but nope. We have power, water, and Spectrum got the cable back, so we have internet.
You've got cable. That's really the most important thing, right?
Huzzah!
Yeah, it doesn't matter if you can bathe, doesn't matter, what. But as long as you can have cable and internet, that's all that's good. Well, Annette, I'm so happy that you guys are okay and that your house is okay. And I did see some footage of some damage in other areas that were hit a little bit harder. It just looks like a lot of rain and a lot of street flooding. I haven't delved super deep into the footage, so I just sort of seen
it is
here and there.
We know people that have restaurants that are out on the beaches.
Yeah.
And what they do is they literally clear the restaurant out. They take the tables, the chairs, the bar, the equipment, you name it.
Right.
It goes out and goes into storage, and basically you leave the shell of the building. And they're getting hammered. I mean, the surge is 6 and 7 feet of water.
Yeah.
But that's again, the thing about a hurricane is you can prepare for it.
Right. Yeah. I'm
And
looking at the radar right now, and it looks like the South Carolina coast is getting pummeled pretty hard.
Yes.
And slowly moving towards North Carolina, which I'm sure it's got the outer bands are in North Carolina now, but probably here in the next few hours they'll be getting it.
Yes.
So
the good thing is it's a very fast moving storm. Everybody said it came through here really quick.
yeah, good.
Yeah, I mean, we're still getting rain and wind, but it's going to die down here in a little bit. And
well, Annette, I appreciate you calling me back. Sure. I was wondering about you, and they actually played clips from your interview with me last night on our morning show with Larry Hanskin. So everybody throughout the Miami Valley that you used to live here, maybe they said, hey, I know that lady, that crazy lady with her dogs and her cats.
Yep, I actually did have a couple of people say, was that you?
Well, awesome. Well, thank you so much. And hey, look, God forbid it happens again. But if you ever get another storm heading your way, by all means, give us a call, okay?
Will do. We'll keep you posted.
Thank you.
It's the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
Call Todd now, 937-457-1290, or message him at Evening Edge Todd.
Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
Stay in the 60s. Into tonight, mostly clear skies. It'll be chilly out the door in the morning. Lows right around 50 or 51 degrees. Into the day tomorrow, mostly sunny skies. Highs climbing to the mid-upper 70s. I'm Chief Meteorologist Austin Cheney from Dayton Severe Weather Station, 1290 and 95.7 WHIO. The latest scan of the live Doppler 7 radar. It is clear across the Miami Valley. Still a little bit chilly out there for some. It's cool. 67 in Northridge, 68.
Yeah, that's awesome, isn't it, Leslie? She was great. Just great on the air. It's always nice to have eyewitness account of something that happened. But if you ever watch the news, and they talk to the bystanders, sometimes it's very difficult to find someone who can put a string of words together into a sentence. That she was great. So let's see. Okay. Oh, focaccia bread. That's good. Yeah. That is so tasty. Do. Did anybody see the digital billboards over the last number of days with Bob Barker's face on them that said priceless? That was pretty cool. It was, Leslie. It felt fall-like. I'm hoping that tomorrow is the same. Excuse me. Pardon me. Or close to the same. Yeah, tomorrow, I mean, it's supposed to be in the 70s. Mid to upper 70s. Oh, Bill. That's another weak spot. That is another weak spot for me. Banana bread. Oy. Yeah, that's good. Back here on the Evening Edge, Monday through Friday, 5 to 7. Tomorrow night is the night. I am going to be live, doing the Evening Edge live at Levitt Pavilion from 5 until 7. So tomorrow is Montgomery County Overdose Awareness Day here in the Dayton area. And there's a free concert featuring a number of recovering artists who had some addiction problems, and they've recovered, and they're going to be doing a show. So that's going to be great. There's free carnival games, the all-important event bags. Logan, my producer, he wants an event bag. I can just tell. Oh, yeah. Food trucks and more. And, again, I'm going to be live 5 to 7. There's an area where you can bring your picnic chair, your folding chairs or whatever, and a blanket, and just hang out, meet other edge heads. We had a great time when we did the live event there at Carillon. So make plans to join us tomorrow night. I will be there 5 to 7 doing the show live. Also talking about restaurants that have the best free bread. You walk in, you sit down, they take your order of drinks, they bring out your bread, and you just start filling up. Oh, boy, oh, boy. Bill, watching on the live stream, mentioned, and it's not free. I get it whenever I order something at Bob Evans. It's their banana nut bread. Oh man, that is a weak spot for me too. Like I said, I've really tried hard to avoid a lot of carbs and a lot of bread, but when I go in there for dinner, I always got to have the banana nut bread. And it reminds me of the banana nut bread that my mom used to make. When we would have bananas at the house, I would intentionally not eat them and let them turn a little bit. So she would make banana nut bread, and it was just so daggone good. Man, oh man. 937-457-1290 if you've got a comment on that. Coming up, I've got a story that an Edgehead sent me about people putting signs in his front yard, and he's not happy about it.
It's the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
Call Todd now, 937-457-1290, or message him at Evening Edge Todd.
Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
Hey, Michael, how you doing? Nope, Saba, no cars into buildings today, as far as I'm aware, which is a good thing. Yep, we're at 107. Leslie playing along at home. Love it, love it, love it. do 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 do. Do 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 do.
That sounds like so much fun.
And I'm getting really sick of guys named Todd. You know, yeah, it's just a goofy name, okay? Hi, what's your name? Todd. I'm Todd.
It is Evening Edge, Monday through Friday from 5 to 7 with Todd. I'm Todd. We're talking about restaurants that give you free bread when you sit down. Who has the best free bread? I have this news story. It's not really a story. It's more of like an article about why restaurants do it. A couple of reasons they say: taste of hospitality, keeping the hunger at bay, setting the tone to give you a preview of the deliciousness that's to come, tradition and comfort, customer relations. But the one that I think is really the main reason. And Ron Otto, my news guy, he agrees. It's the psychological effect. And really what it comes down to is studies show that when people receive something for free, they are more likely to reciprocate by making a purchase or leaving a bigger tip. And I think that's really what it's about. And by the way, you're not getting free bread. You know, the price of the bread is worked into whatever entree you're ordering, right? You don't get anything for free. Maybe water. Maybe water, but not the bread. It may not show up on your check, but you know, you ultimately are paying for it. So I'm just asking the question, who has the best bread? And we've had a lot of people call in. We've had many people comment on the live stream. Olive Garden, Spaghetti Warehouse, Red Lobster's a big one. Fazoli's, Texas Roadhouse is a big one. I like Longhorn. I also like the Oakwood Club. Somebody mentioned that. Old Hickory Barbecue. A lot of places out there. So I'm just curious, what do you think is the best? Chris in Dayton. What's up, Chris?
Hey.
Hey.
Unfortunately, it's not around anymore. First of all, I love the show.
Oh, thank you so much.
And congratulations.
Sorry.
Congratulations on getting in the parade.
Yeah, that's pretty impressive, isn't it? Yeah.
But I don't know how many people remember Noble Romans and their breadsticks.
Oh my gosh, Chris, I completely remember Noble Romans. There was a Noble Romans in Beaver Creek on Dayton Xenia. And every Friday night after football or after soccer games or whatever, the place would just be packed with high school kids munching down on free breadsticks.
Yep. Well, I used to work at a security on Siebenthaler,
right?
Where the old Elton Zimmermans used to be, and there used to be a Noble Romans there.
Yeah.
By the Krogers.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Believe it or not, though, Noble Romans is still around. The closest one, unfortunately, is in Indiana, around Indianapolis.
I saw one years ago. I was going up to, oh man, I'm trying to remember the name of my late father went to an auctioneer school up there after he retired. And my girlfriend and I at the time drove up to see his graduation from the auctioneer school, and we passed by a Noble Romans and stopped. It was like, oh my God, there's a Noble Roman. So there must be a couple of them there in Indianapolis or Indiana.
Well, I know I used to drive a truck, and I used to stop in Liberty, Indiana, over by Oxford University.
Okay.
Yeah. There was actually a Noble Romans in a gas station.
You know what? I think that's what we stopped at. I think it was like, I don't know if it was a gas station. It might have been just like a convenience store, but they had a big Noble Roman sign out front. So that's probably what it was. But I appreciate it, Chris. And the place I was thinking about was Auburn, Indiana. That I couldn't remember that one. 937-457-1290. So I got this email the other day, this message on Messenger. I guess I could call this mail, couldn't I?
Sit back down and shut your trap. It's time for mail call.
Message for you, son.
You should see the fan mail.
You got your lad. Amazing what you can accomplish by mail.
Congratulations, Skippy. You've got mail.
You can send me email, eveningedgetodd@gmail.com, or you can hit me up on social media, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok at Evening Edge Todd. So I got this message from an Edgehead. He asked me to keep his name out of it, which I will do. But he lives up in Piqua, and the other day he says that somebody from the local elementary school drove up to his house, and he's got a picture. It looks like a Ring camera or some sort of video camera. And somebody gets out of the minivan, and they come up and they stick a sign in his front yard. Now, you're asking, well, what kind of sign is it? It's not it's not a sign to support the maybe a school levy, because we're getting close to that time, November, just around the corner. It wasn't a political sign or anything like that. It's a sign that basically said future home of a future graduate of Piqua High School, the class 2036. And, he's got a student who goes to the school, and this is the, projected graduation. Well, he was a little upset about this because he felt like in today's world where there are predators, out there using information that they might see on social media about kids, or, in his mind, something like this, that they could prey on younger children. So this particular listener and his wife were not happy. They sent an email to the school superintendent and got a response saying, "I'm sorry to upset you. It was meant to be an official welcome to kindergartners at Piqua City Schools, as we are excited to welcome them to, the school. Please feel free to remove it from your yard and keep it inside instead. We will certainly note that you do not want anything like this planted or placed in your yard in the future. Thank you once again for making us aware of your wishes. And again, I apologize." So we got an apology from the superintendent. And I was trying to think, I was having this conversation back and forth with him because he was very upset and his wife was upset about this. And I can certainly understand being upset about it. Though I will say, I don't know that simply putting a sign like that in the front yard is going to attract predators, only because if there's really a predator looking for children in a neighborhood, they probably already know where they live. And you can just kind of tell that, are there toys outside, bicycles outside, that kind of thing. So I understand what they're saying, but I don't know that I agree with that. However, don't really like the idea of somebody just coming into my yard and putting stuff in it, right? Sticking a sign in it. Now, this is certainly not the same as dropping in a political sign, right? If somebody came into your yard and put a Trump sign or a Biden sign and you didn't support, you'd be pretty upset, right? I totally get that. Or if it's for an issue, you're not going to let somebody just put a sign in your yard without asking first. And I think that's really the key. I think the answer to this is, instead of just walking up to someone's house without asking permission and sticking a sign in the front yard, even if it is welcoming kindergartners, why don't you just take it to the front porch, lean it against the door, and leave it there? That way, somebody will see it and go, "Oh, somebody must have dropped this off. Well, I guess we can put it out, or we can trash it." But it is kind of weird to just go and put something in someone's yard. I know they meant no harm at all, but you at least knock on the door at the very least. Say, "Hey, we got these signs. Would you like one for your yard?" And if they say, "Yeah, great." If not, beat the bricks. Leave us alone. So, but I'm sure a lot of other people have experienced this as well. So I wanted to mention that. 937-457-1290. All right. We got Chris in Dayton. What's up, Chris?
Coldwater Cafe in downtown Tip City has by far the best bread.
Now, what kind of bread is it?
Focaccia bread.
Oh, focaccia bread is amazing. Yeah.
They actually have a little place next door called Bodega, and you can actually go there and buy it by the loaf, and it's phenomenal.
So do you put butter on it, or do you put olive oil on it, or what do you put on it, or both?
Olive oil.
Olive oil. Okay. Yeah, that sounds good.
So my wife and I get up to Tip City. We don't eat at Coldwater as much as we'd like because it's a pricey place, but it's really, really, really good.
Right.
But you can go. We go to their little wine shop next door called Bodega, and we go in there about every 2-3 weeks and buy a loaf of that bread. It's like $5. It's really good.
That's not bad. That's not bad at all. All right. Well, next time I'm there, I'll check it out.
All right.
Thanks, Chris. Have a good one, buddy.
It's the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
Call Todd now, 937-457-1290, or message him at Evening Edge Todd.
Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
Oh, sorry. I had to take care of something. Back here on the Evening Edge, Monday through Friday from 5 to 7, talking about restaurants that have the best free bread. And it's kind of rolled over into bread in general that you get at restaurants. We were just talking to somebody who mentioned Noble Roman's pizza places. Remember those places used to have the best breadsticks. And the caller said, oh, there's some of those Noble Romans in Indiana. Well, Sabrina just sent me a message and says the Marathon gas station in Yellow Springs has Noble Roman's pizza and breadsticks. I had no idea. Are you kidding me? I think that's on 68. I go by that all the time. I'll have to check it out. Oh, my gosh. Also, we've got this going on.
Pork tenderloins bigger than Jay Leno's face.
If you would like to go see the Kings of Late Night this Saturday at the Hard Rock Casino down in Cincinnati, Jay Leno, Craig Ferguson, Arsenio Hall, just be the fifth caller, 937-457-1290, and we'll hook you up with a pair of tickets.
Pork tenderloins bigger than Jay Leno's face.
I love that. That's so cool. All right, Roger, South Charleston. What's up, Roger?
Hey, Todd.
Hey.
I just heard that you had a message from Sabrina about the Noble Romans in Springfield.
Yes.
And that's what I was calling about. But she beat me to the punch.
Oh, okay.
It is spot on.
Is it the place that's like right next to that golf course?
Pretty much. Yes.
Okay, I got you.
It's right there on Springfield Xenia. And the breadsticks and the dip, the cheese dip tastes just like it did back when we were a kid. And the pizza, oh my gosh, it is loaded with everything.
Really?
Their prices are very, very reasonable. Yeah,
Really?
so give them a really good shout out. So
Yeah, I have to check that out the next time I'm in Yellow Springs. Just mosey down the road. So
they do personal size, medium, small, all of it. So it's amazing.
Well,
Try it out.
Roger, my personal size is large.
Well, of course.
So-
Yeah, why not?
All right, buddy. Thanks for the call. Tim in Lima. What's up, Tim?
Hey, not much, Todd. Yeah, I wanted to chime in on the free bread.
Yeah, free bread.
I tell you, as an elite Door Dasher that I am, that I find that Red Lobster Cheddar Bay biscuits are absolutely the best.
Yeah.
No. Now, as a Door Dasher, like I said, I'm a Door Dasher elite, in my opinion, anyways.
Now, what makes you an elite Door Dasher?
Well, I don't lose my patience. I'm cool with the restaurants, even if I got to wait. And that's what gets me free, truly free bread whenever I show up at Red Lobster. Because
I got you.
Pick up an order, I'll be like, hey, can you give me a couple of biscuits? And they'll be like, yeah, sure, no problem. And
Please,
they'll come
sir,
out
can
and
I
give me
have
like
some
a bag of
more?
like 6 of them. Right.
Yeah, that's awesome. They are really good, but they are absolutely the best when they are hot and moist.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right, Tim, I appreciate. Oh, you got something else? Go ahead.
Nope, that's it.
Oh, okay.
Thanks.
All right. Yep. Have a good one. That line's open. 937-457-1290. I do have an Ohio man story coming up that has to do with food delivery. And I don't think this guy is an elite food delivery guy like Tim there. Talk about it.
What is this? The Evening Edge with Todd Hollst. It's a radio show. It's entertainment.
Fill it up.
T-O.
Double D.
H.
Oh.
Double L.
S-T. I can remember that.
Locally grown, seriously funny.
I'm puzzled by the whole thing.
On WHIO.
Ashley, I'm with you. I am with you. Not a fan of the livers. I mean, I will eat them, but I am a much bigger gizzard fan than I am a liver fan. But my wife, she just, if I get, and I haven't had those in a very long time. If I have gizzards, she's just like, I'm going in the other room. Ooh, gizzards and gravy. Now that's not something I've tried, but I like gravy. No, Clinton, it's very, very few carbs, less than 30 a day. That's my goal. Some days I do better than others. Honestly, the last couple weeks have been a bit of a struggle for me with carbs. Back here on the Evening Edge, Monday through Friday, 5 to 7.
Jason, are you down there?
Oh, yeah, I'm here. So, has our conversation about the best bread at restaurants? Like, who has the best bread? Has it been making you hungry?
Yes, it is.
A little bit?
A little bit,
Yeah. Are you, when you go into a restaurant, because you and I were there yesterday at the Treasure Island Supper Club.
That was a great lunch.
Yeah, we had a birthday staff meeting, or not even meeting, but just a birthday staff lunch. But anyway, they didn't have free bread, but they had baskets of crackers.
Right, yeah.
Did you partake in any of the crackers? Because I had a couple of Ritz.
I had one.
Yeah,
I had one little package. Yeah.
It's for me it's the crackers. It's either the Ritz or the Captain Wafers.
Yes,
Yeah,
I
those
like
are good.
them. Yeah.
Now, what about bread? Is there a place that you know of that is just exceptional for free bread?
Yes, and I am going to agree with the gentleman about the Cheddar Bay biscuits, but having lived in Clark County for a long time, the Melody.
Oh, okay.
Has really good bread.
Somebody said it's very airy and it has a lot of nooks and crannies.
Yes, great places to hide butter in.
Oh, yes, I love that.
Yes.
I love that for sure.
Yes.
Some people were mentioning the Paragon.
Yeah, I know it's been a while since I've been there, but I do recall that they had good bread too.
Yeah, I'll have to check that out. I don't think I've ever been to the Paragon, believe it or not.
Yeah.
Never been. All right. Well, thank you for that.
Okay.
937-457-1290. We got an Ohio man I got to get to.
He's Ohio man, causing chaos is his plan. Breaking all the laws, on the run from dusk to dawn.
Well, in the last segment, we were talking to Tim, who lives up in Lina. He's a big-time edgehead, and he considers himself an elite DoorDasher. And I know Tim, and I think he probably is an elite DoorDasher. This Ohio man, I would not consider an elite DoorDasher in this story. An Ohio man was arrested in North Olmsted, Ohio, after cops say he was caught on Ring camera dumping trash on a woman's back porch. Now, here's what happened. Back in August, this guy made a delivery, some sort of, it didn't say DoorDash, but some sort of food delivery to this woman's apartment. Well, there was an issue with her delivery, so she made a complaint. Well, what shortly started after happening was that trash started piling up on her back porch. And this continued for several weeks. Nobody knew what was going on with it. Like, who's putting this trash on the back porch? Started 2 days after she made her complaint. Well, finally, somebody, I guess, installed a Ring camera, and it caught a 33-year-old suspect dumping white paint and a bag full of trash on the back porch of this woman's apartment. Retaliation for a bad rating, a complaint. Well, cops were finally able to identify the suspect in the video, and he was taken into custody last week. So now this guy, not an elite food delivery person, is facing vandalism and criminal mischief charges. It's a very, very Ohio man thing to do for sure. 937-457-1290. Paul in Fairborn. What's up, Paul?
Hello, Todd. Hey, we have a lot in common. I love the show.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
I say we have a lot in common because I'm formerly from Beaver Creek, formerly from Yellow Springs. And best bread in the world is the bread that we used to make. I was the originator of the Yellow Springs Baking Company with my wife.
Oh.
You probably had it. We had authentic San Francisco sourdough bread.
Oh, I love sourdough so much.
Well, the reason it was, so good, I brought the yeast back from the research laboratory in California.
Oh.
And that's how I started making the sourdough bread here in Yellow Springs.
Wow.
So I told you, we sold it to everybody. And
Yeah.
as far as I know, the Yellow Springs Baking Company is still alive, although we sold it many years ago.
Yeah. Do they still use the same recipe?
Well, I don't know. I haven't spoken to them lately. I should do that and find out, but I'm sure they do.
Cruise on over there someday and have some bread and let us know. I'd like to try it.
And we sold it to the Emporium and restaurants all over the place. And I just thought I'd talk, so you could have a napkin because I think you could be drooling when I mention that to you.
Well, when I hear a sourdough bread, that gets me. That and the banana nut bread is my weakness.
Well, we need to keep you in touch. I mean, do you remember years ago I sent you pictures of the German gargoyle painted on the walls at Wright Patterson?
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
All right. I just thought I'd let you know so you know who you're talking to.
I got you. All right, Paul. Thanks, buddy. Have a good one. That line's open, 937-457-1290. I think he was on a speakerphone. Sounded like he was quite a distance away, but that's all right. Randy in Casstown. What's up, Randy?
Hey, Todd. What I like is going to breakfast and you get free bread, and then I want peanut butter on top of it, and if it's a special occasion, add some pickle.
Well, hold on now. Where do you go and get free bread for breakfast? Because that's usually like one of the staples of a breakfast menu is
Lincoln Square in Troy, Ohio.
Okay. You get free bread?
Oh, yeah, sure.
For breakfast?
Yes.
Can you toast it?
Oh, I like it toasted and put peanut butter on top. It is so good.
And pickles then?
If it's a special day, they'll put pickle on it if I ask.
I had lunch today at Flanagan's Pub down here on, what is it, Stewart?
Yeah. Sure.
And I had the best burger. And I know that Flanagan's has done stuff with WHIO. This is not, I'm not, giving them free advertisement or whatever, but I had the best burger that I think I've ever had in my life. And it was this bacon Swiss cheeseburger with big pieces of, thick bacon and bacon relish or bacon jelly.
Oh my.
It was, and caramelized onions. And it was the best burger I've ever had in my life. And the reason I was reminded of it is you mentioned peanut butter.
Oh.
And they have a burger over there. I think it's called the Sticky Burger, where it's basically a cheeseburger and they put peanut butter on it. And some guy sitting at the bar was just raving about it.
If you've never had toast with peanut butter, you better try it.
I'm not a peanut butter guy. I don't like peanut butter.
I like the pickle. If you add the pickle, it kind of takes the mushiness out of the peanut butter.
Okay.
And it's just really good.
Yeah. All right. I'll take your word for it, Randy. I'm not going to be ingesting any peanut butter, but it sounds good, I guess, for some people.
Thank you, Todd.
Have a good one. Howard in Washington Township. What's up, Howard?
Hey, good evening, Edge. Todd.
Hey, what's going on?
I'm heading home from work. Listen to you almost every day.
Well, I appreciate that. Thank you for listening almost every day.
Good. Have you had the rolls at Mama DeSalvo's?
It's been a long time. It's been a long time.
They're to die for. Great rolls, topped with some butter and some garlic. Great. Goes well with their lasagna.
Their lasagna and their tomato sauce, which is
their special tomato sauce.
Amazing. Yeah.
Yep.
I'll have to get over there and check it out. It's been a while, and I found out like a few days ago that my niece is working there. So I'll have to go in and make her serve me.
Have your niece say hello to one of the other workers, one of the other servers named Deborah.
Okay, I will let her know that.
We see her all the time.
All right, Howard. I appreciate your call, buddy. Have a good one. That line's open, 937-457-1290. Tomorrow night, I want to mention this because I'm going to be doing my show live at the Levitt Pavilion. I've been talking about it. You've been hearing the promos run here on WHIO, but this is going to be a big deal for a number of reasons. One, tomorrow in Montgomery County, it's Overdose Awareness Day. And if you pay any attention to the news, you know that people here in the Miami Valley, we've got some issues with people who are addicted, right? And they're trying to overcome this. And this is a great way to sort of educate folks about what's going on and try to end overdoses here in the Miami Valley. And tomorrow night, I'm going to be doing my show live, 5 to 7 at Levitt Pavilion. And that's going to kick off a night of like free music. There's a free show down there, concert with recovering artists. There's going to be information about ending overdoses here in the Dayton area, the Miami Valley, across the country. Free carnival games. And yes, event bags. Free event bags. You got to love event bags. Plus, there's going to be food trucks and more. And the best part about this is if you go out there tomorrow from 5 to 7, you're going to see the show. I'm going to be sitting there at a table. I'm going to be talking to folks. I'm going to be doing my thing. And you'll be able to just kind of, sit on a blanket, sit on a chair, meet other edgeheads, hang out, enjoy the evening. I'll tell you what, right now it is 70 degrees in Dayton. And it feels like fall, which is like my favorite time of the year. And tomorrow it's only supposed to be in the mid 70s. So my thinking is that if we get a day like today, because all day it felt like that. If we get a day like that, it's just going to be gorgeous tomorrow night. So come on out. I'll be there again doing the show 5 to 7. And then you stick around and there's a concert afterwards and bring the kids. It's a family-friendly, family fun event with the carnival games, food trucks, and more. Oh, and don't forget, event bags.
What am I listening to now?
What is this? The Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
It's a radio show. It's entertainment.
Fill it up.
Double D.
Double L. S-T. I can remember that.
Locally grown, seriously funny.
I'm puzzled by the whole thing.
On WHIO.
Oh, Heather, that is awesome. That is amazing. Oh, wow. Sweet, Leslie. Make sure you come up and say hi. Please, please, please. Well, Clinton, I am working on trying to do more of these live shows because I think people would really get a kick out of it. So we'll do something else. We'll have more. Jeremy Iyer, that is awesome, man. Congratulations. Yeah, it's tough. It's so tough. I've struggled the last couple weeks, man. I was doing so good and really keeping, my carbs to a minimum, maybe 20 a day. And I gotta, and the thing is, it's always like an event, right? It's something that's like I went to the Dragons game the other night, and I had egg rolls and chicken wings. It was so good. It's just tough. So I'm trying to really keep it tight for breakfast and lunch, though today, like I said, I had that. I had the burgers and some tater tots, but I didn't eat all the tater tots. So, you know. Back here on the Evening Edge, Monday through Friday from 5 to 7. You know, we've been talking about restaurants that have really great bread. And a caller mentioned the Cold Water Cafe up in Tip, but they also talked about Bodega's Market. I guess they have this really good focaccia bread. And Heather, who's on the live stream watching, said she just walked down the street from her house about 5 blocks, picked up some bread, told them that we were talking about their place on the show. And I love that. The power of radio, people. Speaking of the power of radio, this Monday I'm going to be at the Kettering Holiday at Home Parade with the folks from the Carolina Historical Park. If you missed this yesterday, this is great. This is Brady Kress calling the show.
Your call to the community.
Yes.
And I don't consider myself a genie, but I am here to calling to grant you all 3 of your wishes.
Are you serious?
If you will grace us with your presence, there is no There's no greater person in the Miami Valley who's a greater champion of the story of the Cheez-It than you, sir.
Oh my gosh!
And we have a spot in the parade. We have the statue that you obtained for us,
right?
And we have a vehicle. So we would be delighted if you would join the Carillon Park unit in the parade.
Oh
Monday
my gosh!
To be there with the statue that that you made possible.
I love that. That is amazing. So this Monday. I keep wanting to say Sunday, but it's Monday, Labor Day. You're not working probably. You can go out to the parade. I'm going to call us the Cheez-It Brigade, I think. The Cheez-It Brigade from Carolina Historical Park and the Evening Edge. You'll be able to see the beautiful glowing orange spectacle that is the Cheez-It statue. It's going mobile. I promise you that will be the highlight of the parade. People are going to be talking about that for years to come. So make plans to join us on Monday there in Kettering, right there on Far Hills. Have a great night. We'll see you live tomorrow night at 11 Pavilion. Show starts at 5. Have a good Wednesday evening. Everybody, have a great Wednesday night. Let's see. Josh, I'm going to do the best I can to try to stream tomorrow night, but I don't know if it's going to happen. The last time we did a live show, we ran into some internet issues, and I don't want to promise anything. I'm going to try, really going to try, but that's going to be up to my my illustrious engineer. So we'll see what happens, but either way, have a great night, and I will see you tomorrow or Friday.